Welcome to today's Culture Hour with Shelley Smith
and Elizabeth Belize.
We are excited to come to you again live from our office spaces. And we had such a warm welcome and reviews the last time that we decided to go ahead and do another one. And we're going to try to do at least one every week if we can, but keep sending in those topics and feedback because we're getting some good stuff. And of course, we love doing this. So today we are going to talk about the most valuable player on your team, the most underutilized the most underutilized department on the team, seemingly. So from an outsider looking in, Elizabeth, I think it's the HR team. Why, when there's so much impact, is the HR team still the most underutilized team?
That is a really good question. And I hate to say this, but a lot of the folks are probably not going to like my answer. And you know me, I'm a straight shooter. For those of you who don't know me, I think that we still struggle after all these years as human resources professionals in communicating to other folks in the organization. We are business professionals that happen to have an area of expertise in HR. So why are we still having difficulty communicating that? Well, can people actually say that? Can people in human resources professions, in all of the major functions of HR, can they truly say, I understand the business. I understand how we make money. I understand what it costs to make money.
No.
Can they, right? Okay.
Unfortunately not, but you know what? Here's whose fault is that if we're going to push blame? You know, I think years ago, HR department was viewed as the department of legality that kept us out of the courts. And unfortunately, that hasn't been shaken. The HR department is still viewed as a cost center instead of a revenue center. And the reality is it should be the cash cow that really keeps the cash flow going in the business. And we haven't done a good job as leaders as a whole because, you know, I come from the operational side. Mm-hmm. And historically, I'm guilty too of not developing our HR team with all of those business acumens and bringing them along the way. And I have to say that many HR individuals are highly reactive and they're just following the process and they're not standing up, and they need to stand up and say, I don't know what you're talking about, or train me on that, mentor me on that, send me to classes, send me to courses, and we're not doing that. So why is that not? We know that. Why is that not happening?
So I don't think that there's one group of people to blame, right? You yourself just said, hey, as leaders, we aren't doing A, B, and C.
Right.
That is correct, because HR has always been the department that hires people, pays people, fires people, right? But I'm gonna turn the tables on HR people. What are we doing, right? And I'm gonna tell you that the folks in the profession that I have met that have that business savvy component, that know how to read a P&L, that know what a P&L is, that understand financials, that understand the cost of doing business, that can talk about what is the business that the company is in, and it rolls off of their tongue very, very easily.
Yeah.
Those folks weren't handed that information.
There you go.
They sought it out.
Yes.
They sought it out. They did so by asking somebody on the finance team, hey, can I get 30 minutes of your time so that you can walk me through our financials, right? They went to the head of operations and said, can I shadow one of the people on the production line for a couple of days? I promise I won't break anything. I won't touch anything, right? They haven't gone to the director of sales and said, hey, can I spend a day or two in the field with some of your salespeople? They're not doing that.
But why is that? Because you know that's an interest. You're right. But you know, people, again, I grew up in the operational side, and it was just natural for us to go and learn every one of those components. So why have we, and why do we still isolate and assume that HR folks don't want to know? I mean, really, why are we doing that?
Well, because I think it is a paradigm shift in corporate America. I mean, this is like which is one of the reasons why I'm a big believer of the disrupt HR movement, right? Because we do need to disrupt not just HR, but I'm a disruptor in general. I think that the problem with corporate America is corporate America and all of these dumb rules and things that they expect. And well, there should not be a box. People are like, oh, think outside the box. There's only two purposes for a box: to ship stuff in and to recycle it. Okay, that's it. And so it's a paradigm shift. And I will send a very strong message to HR professionals who watch this, right? HR professionals, have the courage. Again, I go back to Johnny Taylor's presentation at that conference years and years and years ago. Have the courage to say, this is what I want to do. Have the courage to say, I want to grow. I want to understand the business. But I think oftentimes people are afraid of saying, I don't know.
Yes. And the fear is really what should thrust them. I mean, courage comes from the overcoming of the fear, right?
Yeah. Courage is not the lack of fear. Courage is facing your fear. And it's okay to say, hey, I don't know really about our products. How can I learn more about our products? Hey, I really don't know about the services that we offer. Hey, I really don't know what is the cost of doing business. Can I sit down with you and ask you a bunch of really dumb questions? That's okay. It's okay. And then a strong message to non-HR folks in business is stop being information hoarders.
Yes. And think that it doesn't apply.
Exactly. Stop saying, because this is what I've always gotten throughout my career when I ask that litany of dumb questions. You're in HR. Why do you need to know? Right?
Which is the craziest thing, because HR is deemed the people hub, like you said, the hiring and the firing and the training. So if you're not going to tell the people hub what's going on, and if the people hub doesn't want to know how it impacts the business, we are so dysfunctional, like you said, in corporate America.
Yeah, and that's the message to leadership is stop hoarding your information. Share that knowledge with the HR people. Trust me, they don't want your job. We don't want your jobs, okay? What we want is to be able to become versed enough in all things the business so that we can provide a better service to you, so that we can help you solve problems, so that we can see problems coming before they become problems.
Yep.
How neat would that be?
And that's what you want of your sales team, and that's what you want of your marketing team and your operational team and your finance team and your IT team, is that everybody understands the entire business impact.
Yeah. I think it goes back to the whole, we really just need to all learn how to play well in the sandbox.
Can't we just all get along?
Can't we just all get along?
So again, for those of you watching this, we hope that you tune in for the next time, and do please keep the questions coming and the thoughts coming. We literally, if time permitted, we could do one of these every day, but we're not at that point for scheduling. But send us in your hot topic. The next time we might talk about training and development in ADDIE. We actually had a conversation of basics of training and how people seem to scramble around. The reality is there are some proven modules that if you just follow those steps, your training cannot go amok. So we might talk about that the next time, or we might talk about something else. So until then, my name is Shelley Smith, the owner of Premier Rapport. And oh, by the way, if you want to know more about being a culture curator, there's a membership that you could check out as well on my website. And until then, peace out from me, and over to you, Elizabeth.
Have a great day, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the week.